individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
In February 2023, as LeBron James basked in the global spotlight for becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer, a storm was quietly forming in his shadow. Damon Jones, James's longtime friend, workout partner, and one-time Cleveland Cavaliers teammate, was living a dangerous double life. While he smiled courtside and shadowed James through Los Angeles Lakers facilities, federal investigators now allege that Jones was simultaneously leaking privileged, non-public information about LeBron and his teammates to a network of gamblers. Just 2 days after LeBron's historic night against the Milwaukee Bucks, Jones allegedly tipped off associates that the Lakers superstar would sit out their upcoming matchup due to ankle soreness, a decision not yet public. Within hours, bets began pouring in on the Bucks. The FBI's investigation later traced those wagers back to Jones's inner circle, linking him to a broader illegal gambling scheme spanning Las Vegas casinos, mafia-connected poker games, and insider trading-level manipulation of NBA injury reports. To the public, Jones was still LeBron's guy, part of the King's trusted circle. But behind the scenes, his access to trainers, locker rooms, and even the team plane had become a weapon, one he used to sell secrets for quick paydays.
This has been swirling around about all of these guys. Now, do you think that all of this was about 3 people? Maybe it was. I don't actually have the answer for you. I find it unlikely that all of this is about 3 people. Buckle up. It is here. It is coming. And all of us who work in this industry are going to have to reckon with the fact that in one form or another, unless you are doing what you do on an independent subscription basis, if you work in sports, some of your money is coming from gambling. Now, I want to be very clear that we cannot blame what these accusations are on like FanDuel, DraftKings, or whatever it is. What is being alleged in this are things that even if you don't have any sort of moral problem with the prevalence of gambling in our business, these things would still be wrong. Like Chauncey Billups apparently is being used to walk people into a game where they're going to get stole from. And I can't even lie. I thought at first that the story was that Chauncey Billups was getting used to get suckers into these poker games and that Damon Jones was actually one of the suckers, which would have actually been a much more fascinating angle.
Witnesses describe Damon Jones as a man intoxicated by proximity to power and blinded by addiction. At the area resort and casino in Las Vegas, he was a familiar figure, puffing on $200 Cuban cigars, clad in designer loungewear, and boasting about his friendship with LeBron James. He would say he's best friends with LeBron, basically using that as a business card, said professional gambler Michael Osborne, who frequently saw Jones at the casino's high-stakes tables. Osborne described him as a degenerate gambler who would bet recklessly, lose tens of thousands, and then chase his losses by selling what little leverage he had left, access to LeBron's private world. According to federal prosecutors, Jones's network included 2 co-conspirators, Eric Spook, Ernest, and Marvis Fairley. Together, they placed massive bets using injury intel Jones obtained from team insiders. In one case, Jones relayed word that a top Lakers player was hurt before it was public knowledge. Fairley then dropped $100,000 against the Lakers, only for the player to defy expectations and dominate, causing the bet to implode. When Fairley demanded his $2,500 tip fee back, Jones arrogantly insisted that his information had been credible. But that defense crumbled once the FBI stepped in. Prosecutors now allege that Jones's greed didn't just stain his reputation, it endangered the integrity of the NBA itself. Behind every text message, every whisper about who was questionable to play, was a man gambling not just with money, but with the legacy of one of the most respected players in basketball history.
What I was talking about them dealing with the mafia, understanding these people have no regard for life.
No.
Once you in business with them, that means you got to always.
Once they got them hooks in you.
I need all the answers. I need who's playing, who's coming out, what's the score line gonna be, and what happened when you get it wrong. What happened when you mess up? What happened when you place a bet or you give them certain information and it doesn't come out the way it should and they lose money?
Or all of a sudden you say he's not gonna play, then all of a sudden he plays. He'll game time and he end up playing.
Hold on, what about this? Once you in with them like that, what about, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to
do it no more. And it's reported that he got $2,500. So on a $50,000 bet, I think it was a $50,000 bet. Wasn't it a $50,000 bet? How much was it? It was over $100,000. They gave you $2,500. And what? Hold on. They ain't even give you 10%. They gave you 2%. What the hell I'm gonna do with that? Two. Hey, Ocho.
Yeah.
If it's $2 billion, I'll take 10. I'll take 2%. But not no damn 100,000.
Nah. Absolutely not.
LeBron James, according to league sources, had no knowledge of his confidant's duplicity. The Lakers declined to comment publicly, but those close to the organization described the betrayal as deeply personal. For James, who has carefully built an empire on discipline, loyalty, and control, the revelation cuts to the core of his inner circle. Damon Jones wasn't just another hanger-on, he was family. The two shared nearly 2 decades of friendship, from their Cavaliers days to pre-game workouts in Los Angeles. Jones had unrestricted access to the Lakers' inner sanctum, often working alongside trainers and appearing at team hotels and flights. That same access, prosecutors allege, became his criminal advantage. He weaponized his trust, turning whispers from LeBron's medical team and staff into casino currency. The consequences extend far beyond one man's moral collapse. The NBA, already reeling from a series of gambling-related scandals, now faces renewed questions about the integrity of its relationships and the vulnerabilities created by personal connections between players and outsiders. For LeBron, the fallout may linger long after the headlines fade. His record-breaking moment, meant to symbolize triumph, legacy, and greatness, will forever be shadowed by a scandal born from betrayal. The King's confidant gambled with the crown, and in doing so, reminded the sports world of a cruel truth. Even the mightiest empire can be shaken by the greed of those standing closest to the throne.